Hey guys, this is Dave, your mortgageguy.com, and I'm going to get crucified for this, but I think that there are some scenarios where it makes sense to overpay for the home, okay? And I want to kind of go through some of this, some of the mindset, so that way you don't jump to that conclusion. Many times I hear somebody say, I'm never going to pay more than what they're asking. I'm never going to pay more than what it appraises for. But I think there's some scenarios that you should, or at least think about it. Number one is keep in mind that the market determines the value, right? So if there's a lot of buyers that are interested in that home, and they may end up selling the home for more than what they listed it for, okay? Number one. Number two, many times we see a number and then say, I won't pay more than what they're asking. Well, if the listing agent has listed the home for under market value, then you would. But sometimes we look at that and say, okay, they're asking for $350. I'm not going to pay $1 over $350. Well, if they've been asking $355, you probably would have said, I'm not going to pay $1 over $355, right? So keep in mind that the value of a home is a loose kind of term. Same thing when it comes to appraisals. An appraisal is an opinion of value by an appraiser. It's not a fact, right? It's based on home sales that are selling in the area. So if you're buying in the summer, in the beginning of the summer, but the home sales used are from spring, well, that's a slower season. Homes may have been selling for a little bit less than during a summer where it's a very busy time and homes may sell for more, right? So you may pay more than it appraises for, okay? Keep in mind too, what's the difference on your mortgage payment if it's a $5,000 difference? I don't know, $25 maybe, right? So it's not a big difference in payment, okay? The other thing too is, are you going to walk away from your dream home over $2,000 or $5,000, right? Homes are an investment, so you know that they're gonna increase in value. If they're gonna increase in value, then you're gonna get that money back in equity as it increases. But I'm gonna bet that you wouldn't walk away from your dream home over $2,500 or $5,000, right? Depending on the home price. If you really want it, I think you're gonna do that. So don't get caught up in that you're not gonna pay more than what somebody's asking or more than what the value of the home is based on the market. The other thing is this, at the time I'm filming this in January 2021, interest rates are ridiculously low, right? Like around in the twos, in the high twos, mid twos, right? Low twos even in some scenarios. Well, what happens if interest rates were at 4.5 instead of 2.5? How much more interest are you paying over the life of that loan, right? By maybe holding out, okay? That's a benefit too. That's a freebie that you're saving all that money right now. So maybe paying a little bit more for your dream house is not a bad idea. So again, I'm gonna get crucified for stating this, and it's not for everybody, right? I'm not saying in every scenario overpay, right? I'm not saying everybody can. I'm not saying everybody should, maybe based on their financial situation. But I do think that there are some scenarios where overpaying for the home makes sense, right? And is a good decision based on some factors. And I also think you shouldn't walk away from your dream home over $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 maybe even, right? You're not gonna regret it once you're in that home, I promise you. So something to think about, right? Call or email me anything, comment down below, and if you find my videos helpful, I'd love to be your lender. Thanks guys.